Our next speaker is a familiar face in New York City education, as well as here with Learning Leaders. She has been the president of the United Federation of Teachers for the past 10 years. Please welcome UFT President Randi Weingarten.
Are we awake? So, how can I follow Lydia? So look, I've been here for a while. 10 years does seem like a long time, doesn't it? I've been here for a while. I've watched Learning Leaders grow. I've watched it become a pillar of what we do in schools. And I was actually thinking about this yesterday because in Washington, D.C., where I spend a lot of time these days, I was part of a group that launched something called Coalition for Community Schools. And when we thought about that, we thought about how it does take a village to raise a child. But Learning Leaders knew that, particularly if you want to raise a whole child. But Learning Leaders knew that 50 years ago when the founders created Learning Leaders, because people who started this understood that when all partners, particularly parents and teachers and then the community, the public, collaborate and share ownership, our kids succeed. And I do love what Marcia said. Marcia, I'm going to borrow this whole notion of a parent by blood, proxy, or inclination, or a teacher by blood, proxy, or inclination, or we must say we're going to make sure every child, by all means necessary, gets what they need to succeed in this world. I love that, blood, proxy, or inclination. But you know this. The 14,000 volunteers who engage with more than 250,000 public school students, serving 90% of New York City's elementary schools, that's huge. And teachers that were surveyed last year said they want you and they get this. They said that their students significantly benefit from working with Learning Leaders volunteers. 96% improved in schoolwork, 92% improved in self-confidence, 27% no longer needed extra assistance, and most importantly, 89% of students became more interested in school because of the connection that you help make to make school engaging and fun. And what I also love about all these statistics, we're all into data these days, but about all these statistics is that this is coming full circle. Because I remember when the first few times I came to Learning Leaders, there was a little friction still between teachers and parents. These days, last learning environment survey that the school system did, that parents filled out, 94% of the parents who filled this survey out, biggest parent survey ever, said they either liked or loved their kids' teachers. This is why this school system is on the rise, because ultimately we all get that combination of partnership between what you do to help our kids in all the volunteer efforts that you do and what we try to do in the classrooms, and all that work together is really helping all of our children, our 1 million kids, by, let me say it again, by blood, proxy, or inclination, really not only dream their dreams, but achieve them. So I can't tell you how proud I am of this partnership, how proud I am that you are in schools virtually every day helping all of God's children. And right now, it's probably even more important than ever Because as the economy is in such turmoil, our job, our collective job, becomes more important. We have to create a calm, safe environment for our children. Because ultimately, we are in schools with their parents and our kids. We are not only their first defense, but their first connection with the world. Thank you so much for everything you do.